kidding me, man? That's what I get for level 1 Q. Level 1 Q sucks. This skin also kind of sucks. At least it's just not my favorite. It does have clean animations, like auto-canceling feels good. The actual skin feels fine to use, but aesthetically it's not my really... It's like, whatever. You know, I just literally tried to flash like twice in a row, and I completely forgot that I don't fucking have flash. You should kill this guy. What are you doing? What the hell? Okay. I tried to flash twice. Oh, God. That's a lot of fucking farm. Hmm. Well, he's dead, thank God. I'd say worth. I mean, he flashed. What videos? The Vice North Korean videos? Those are clear as day, dude. You can find those anywhere. It's a fun rabbit hole. I think I watched them all when I had COVID. Mamma mia. Cave divers. Yeah, those are fucked up. Then again, people do a lot of fucked up shit. There was a guy who scaled buildings, I think, in Dubai, or somewhere over in Europe. I don't know exactly where, to be honest. Middle East. And he fell and died. So, like, you know the risk when you're doing it, but I could not imagine doing something like that. When you're an air quote professional, there are still risks. Just like that whole fucking diving incident where the guy went down in that dog shit sub and killed everyone, and it was 100% his fault because he just didn't follow regulations, didn't do anything. Oops. That guy absolutely killed everybody. It was the one that was piloted with the PlayStation controller, yeah. He's like, yeah, you know, they told me not to launch this thing. You know, they told me not to use this titanium or whatever for the hull, but I did it. Is it structurally sound? No, but I still did it, you know? It's like, what? He literally killed everyone. Let mods run ads? No, I could do it between games. Carbon fiber because it explodes. Yeah, it's like, you're crazy, dude. No fucking way. Especially going down to the Titanic. If you're taking a little, like, cruise around a coral reef, okay, sure. But not to the fucking Titanic, bro. I think he even had... He was doing an interview and he said something about a famous person quoting, you know, you want to be remembered for the mistakes you've made or for the things you've pursued or something. Someone can quote me on that. It was a really bad thing. It did not age at all. It was bad. He was quoting someone who said something about being remembered for taking risks. Yeah, I still have the ad. It's not on YouTube, though. It's on... I have it somewhere. I have to go find it. No, I recently found it. I was scrolling through a bunch of my old files, and I still have it. I just didn't upload it to Twitch. Well, you know what's so fucked up about that whole scenario? Is supposedly they knew they died a lot sooner than that was announced. Like, you're remembered for the rules you break. Yeah. You're remembered for the rules you break. Yeah, he is absolutely remembered for the rules he broke. That was just a dumb fucking move. I guess he wasn't wrong. But, what was I gonna say? Does anyone know what I was gonna say? What the fuck was the last thing I had mentioned? I can't remember. I was mid-sentence. Prime ad. I mean, I still have it. That's it. You know, at one point, I think Twitch even said, you aren't allowed to run any ads yourself that take up the entire screen. The only thing you're allowed to advertise is, like, smaller things that don't take up, like, more than a quarter of the screen. It's really dumb. Oh, that's what it was, yeah. So, Apparently, the Coast Guard or whatever, they knew the sub exploded and everyone had died. Like, and the news was still covering it. Like, oh my god, are we gonna find these people? Blah 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 blah. Like, oh yeah, tune into the news to see if we found out about the sunken millionaires, right? Like, that's kind of what it was. Like, they kept the news going despite knowing the outcome. Really fucking stupid. Yeah. Something like, they're still trapped down there, they're running out of air, we need to find them. And yet, they supposedly had known everyone perished, like, day one. I mean, that's what the news is, dude. That's what it is. They report on stories and they try and garner as much fucking attention as possible so their station gets any recognition and, you know. They could still be alive. Well, it's the fact that they still cover stories that are clearly done. Like, again, they knew they were dead. I did see that Parliament. Did you guys hear about the Nazi in what is it, the House of Commons? Whatever the hell we have in Ottawa here. Um, it was like, how do I even explain this? They had Zelensky honor a war veteran. I think it was someone who had fought Germany from Ukraine, or it was a Ukraine guy who fought Russia, and they did a standing ovation for the guy in the house. And it was later found out that he was literally a Nazi, a literal Nazi. Yeah, Waffen SS Nazi soldier, a standing ovation. Yeah. Apparently, they didn't do any research on these people. They didn't vet anyone. They're just kind of like, yeah, you're good, go in. I don't know what that was about, man. That was... Holy shit. That's a little... That was... I mean, even Trudeau came out and he's like, yeah, we're clearly doing something wrong. That was in the news. You know, the older you get, the more you want to keep up with the news. When I was young and growing up, I'm like, Mom, why the fuck are you watching the news? This is so boring. And now the only thing I'd rather turn on every morning I wake up is the news. Not that I care so much about it, but it's just good to know what's happening in your country. You know? Be it, can you believe it all? Who knows? Greetings from Denmark. Yo, buddy. I don't really... I don't know, bro. I don't have all of these, like, big takes or anything. I talk about whatever, but I don't really take sides. I'm just kind of... It's interesting to hear, I think is the best way to put it for me. Like, when have you ever heard of someone like that getting a standing ovation in that place, right? Canadian versus India beef? I have never heard of that. Well, my grandfather was, he was never sent, but he was stationed. I believe he was stationed in, like, Europe somewhere. But he was never sent over. My grandfather is... Man, he's like 94 right now, 93. That dude has lived a life. And you'd never think he was 90. This guy is like, this guy doesn't, like, mentally, man, he's a very sound person. Extremely sound. Because, you know, when you get older, you kind of, your brain gets a little slower and, you know, you can kind of fall apart a little bit. But he is, he's just not a 90-year-old. What the fuck? Well, now that we're level 13, I think we kind of, like, shit on them a bit. Grandma's soon 98, and I think she's been old and odd for my whole life. Grandparents are great, man. If you don't, I'll tell you this now, little kiddos in the chat, because I know there's some youngins here. You will regret, if you don't spend time with your family, you will regret not spending time with them. Like, if there are any people in this world that you can kind of hold on to, it's family. Not every family, but, like, you don't... Like, when I was growing up, I'm like, man, I don't want to go talk to my family. I want to go sit in my room, play video games. But being much older, family is everything, bro. That is, like... It's everything. You don't realize it till it's too late because it's not an urgency in your life. It's like, when you're a child, you don't fathom people passing away unless you've been around it. Like, if you've had people in your life die and you're a kid, you still probably don't process it well enough as, like, an adult would. But when you're older and you have family members pass away, it's so different. And it's not that it's any less meaningful, you know, being older. It's just, as a kid, again, you can't process things properly like an adult would. Like, I lost my uncle to cancer, and he was like 50 years old. And he was extremely active, did everything with his family, a very lively guy, did everything with everyone, was very talkative. Like, you would never think in a million years, the next time we have a family gathering, I'm going to think he's going to be there because, like, it's just different, man. But, you know. You learn a little too late sometimes that family means a lot more than they really do, you know? Or that they mean a lot more than you think they do, is what I mean. Family sucks. I mean, some people's families suck, sure. My family is incredible. My family does not suck one bit. My family is very close-knit, very tight, like, with each other. Yep, exactly. Like, people degrade very fast when it comes to cancer and illness. I've seen it. It's just... I can't even fathom what his kids and his wife went through, having, you know, lived with him. Because I would only see him when it comes to, like, family gatherings, right? So, for me, it was... I saw him one year. He looked pretty normal, looked fine. Had a conversation with him, everything was great. Saw him the next year. You can't even recognize who it is anymore. No energy to move, nothing. Really, really sad. Like, you cannot... Like, it's not... It doesn't feel believable. It's horrible. What is this guy flashing from? Yep, don't neglect your loved ones, man. Family is there, and then they're not. Oh, sweet, a dubby. He was cocky and rude, and I didn't feel anything when he is gone. Am I a bad person? I mean, I don't know, man. That's for you to decide. However you feel about it is how you feel about it, you know? I'm 39. Should I stop playing League? Yeah, play the fucking game, bro. You kidding me? People who are older than you play fucking games. People who are older than you make the games. Okay, we're gonna have to kill everyone in-game here. Here's the thing about life that I've realized. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you're happy and that happiness isn't affecting others in a negative way. Like, what you're into, hobbies, you know, your line of work, like, it's like, who gives a shit if you like gaming, bro? Like, we're not in, like, 2000 thinking, oh my god, what a bunch of nerds we are playing games. Look at us. Just do what you want to do, have fun, and that's it. That's all that matters, man. I mean, at least he flashed. What I should be getting is Maw, probably. Should get GA. Devs cared about making games in the past. The thing about devs now and back then is I feel like people know what sells and people know how to, like, do things on the cheapo. They know the algorithm even more now behind gaming. Bruh. Sell boots for GA. Or just get GA last item. GA over boots every time is worth it. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, you're supposed to feel slow. The idea is that you just have 2 lives. You can miss position and still win. I would go for like 100% crit with the GA. I think that's like late game god tier good luck. We should be pushing mid. Nice, and... or try to. Well, failing to make a good game will ruin a company, especially when it's your premier game, right? An example is, who's the studio behind, Callisto? Because Glenn Schofield was, like, the owner or something, and he dipped. A lot of people got laid off, and then he dipped, and the studio's going under, right? And they went under off of one game. I'm pretty sure. Nice. You know what actually would be pretty good on GP late game? You go Shield Bow with GA. That'd be pretty damn good, actually, I'm not gonna lie. That'd probably be better than, like, Bloodthirster. Striking Distance, that's what it was, yeah. They went completely under for one game.
Serve or die. I don't care if the others like you.
Hello, Tobias.
Dark, thank you, bro. Alright, let's do actually one more game and then we'll call it. Look, I'm gonna run an ad as I go take a piss. Get ready. 60-second ad, boom.